so excited for Bill and Ted Face the Music. It's gonna be a total blast from the past.
Yeah, dude. You know what else can feel like a total blast from the past?
Giant Panda King, today's video sponsor.
No way! That's what I was gonna say!
Dude, you're a poet and you didn't even realize that you were actually doing a rhyme. That's cool. If you're a totally excellent follower of this channel, you've heard us mention GPK before, the folks who take fandom and creativity to the next level. Best known for their burlesque cabaret show, The Empire Strips Back, set in the Star Wars universe. Oh, those ladies are hot.
I love hot ladies.
How's it going, ladies?
Speaking of ladies, we read from cover to cover their Wookiee Erotica mags, which are like 70s Playboy magazines set in the Star Wars universe. It's definitely not bogus.
What I really want to mention is this book that I ate up in 2 incredible days. It's called Gotham 1919 to 1969,
dudes!
No, 39. 39. It's a wildly different position. It takes the characters and mythology of Batman and reimagines them as part of Depression-era American history, from the war to end all wars, to the crash of the stock market, from enforcement of prohibition to the rise of celebrity gangsters. So many of you folks out of the Reject Nation have already purchased this book and given such incredible feedback. It's so worth it. So continue to party on, dudes, by visiting GPK today.
Listen to Wild Stallions.
Oh, we're gonna get more of him in the trailer.
Your wife suggested couples therapy. Do you think this is what they had in mind?
Definitely. I mean, we're a couple of couples,
Oh, they're back.
Enough of the ah! You didn't time travel.
No way. No way.
Here's a real idea for you. Be role models to your daughters. Get real jobs. We've spent our whole life trying to unite the world. And I'm tired, dude. Ted, you have a destiny to fulfill. Whoa.
Well, greetings, my excellent friends. We have a problem.
Step forward. A song created by Preston and Logan. Performed tonight will save reality as we know it.
Oh. We better wreck that song now. Well, why can't we just go to the future when we have radio? Take it from ourselves. Except, won't that be stealing? Cheers!
What?
Stealing. If we're stealing it from ourselves, dude.
Dude, my dads are totally in trouble. We should help him out.
No way! How's it going, Bill and Ted?
Putting together a most extraordinary band.
Wait a minute, was that? No, was it? I'll check the credits.
We're gonna go talk to Death. Is he playing hopscotch by himself? Dude is cheating. Hey, Death.
Listen to Wild Stallions.
Let's rock!
Boo!
To each other. Party on, dudes.
Dance!
Dead and we're in hell.
But how you doing?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, something tells me those daughters are gonna steal the show whenever they're on screen.
Yeah.
Cause Bill and Ted's woke now.
I mean,
It's woke.
It's probably a good way to segue them out of some of the less, you know, modern sensibilities of the earlier films.
I make a sarcastic comment and then John makes a sincere comment. I'm looking at IMDb. That is Kid Cudi. How funny.
Maybe Eminem will show up too.
Because I was like, wait a minute, is that him? But that kind of looks like, no pun intended, a kid. So
He's aging
I'm like, he looks
incredibly well. Because I was sitting there going, I was way too young.
I was taken back by that, man. So I found out a little bit before filming this, from the amount of notification bells I saw, that this is coming out on video on demand now.
Yep.
It's supposed to come out in select theaters, whatever theaters are actually open.
I would adore seeing this at a drive-in or something like that.
I think this could be a very exciting movie to watch, like, absolutely in the theater. I love to see it in the theaters. I think, you know, the idea of a drive-in, I hear it can be kind of an awkward experience right now just because of the way the I don't know, I saw Dan Merle's video on it recently and I was like, I never considered all these other factors into going to a drive-in theater. I still think this could be a lot of fun because you could look around and I think everyone kind of be in unison with celebrating Bill and Ted Face the Music for the amount of nostalgia it brings and the sentimentality that it brings. And there's something to be said about it going on video on demand, like letting them have it, that doesn't feel like some marketing compromise, because this movie it really feels like this movie is made for the fans. This movie is meant to be
Bring
uplifting.
people together.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so it's kind of like a weird gift that we'll have to pay for.
Well,
But
yeah.
it's a weird gift, you know?
You think back to the end of the second movie, and there's so many people around the world watching as, you know, this big, concert goes down. And I feel like they're almost going to embody that with the way they release this, because
Yeah.
it does feel like a gift more than just what do we do? To be fair, I mean, Orion isn't the biggest studio, so I think it probably makes sense for them to not wait on a theatrical because, you know, it looks like they put some money into this, too, because the effects look way more advanced than the previous ones.
True that. I'm excited for it. It looks really creative. It looks awesome. It looks so funny. We're getting so much of like the other characters, the world, and all these other all the other Bill and Ted universe building things. Speaking of which, it looks like they're probably going to some weird multiverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with the like Guns N' Roses version of themselves and the jacked up prisoners version of themselves, I wonder if they are gonna expand beyond just simple time travel. Simple time travel.
You know the rules of time
You know,
travel
that we all
You
agree
all
on.
know that we all know that there's never any issue with in a movie.
No one ever debates that.
I was looking at Collider's article just now, and they said on their description that Billy and Thea, who I'm assuming are the daughters, they round up famous musicians to help write the songs that will save the world.
That was an exciting aspect of this trailer to me because, you know, the first trailer really clues you in that there will be a hell presence of some kind. You'll get death. It brought that element in a way where I was like, oh, like when they started going and they have the woman playing the flute and the guy in the powdered wig, I was like, oh, are we actually going to do a little bit of each Bill and Ted movie and then maybe add some extra with a multiverse? Like do some historical figures, go back to hell and heaven, and then also expand beyond that or something.
Well, they had that thing where they said that people were going to be submitting, like, I don't know, singing or dancing, and then somehow they would choose some people to be included in this, like just fans could be included in this movie. So I imagine it'll be somehow mixed in with whatever montage that is of people maybe helping out. And you know, like how in Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, they had these famous historical figures. I'm wondering, I don't know if any of these might be qualified as too soon, but I'm wondering if there's any past musicians like from the 60s or 70s who have passed on, if they'll have them like appear, like pull them out of the afterlife and pull them in here.
Oh, that'd be fun. Maybe.
Unless, but it might be insensitive though if they're pulling them out of hell, and then we're saying some of these musicians went to hell. Maybe they'll go to heaven in this one.
I guess it depends on which musician. You know, I mean, if you had like some.
But will we want to see that musician in there? Yeah, that's the question.
If they're resurrecting Dimebag Darrell from hell, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, what an insult to his good name. Because, you know, Pantera is pretty heavy.
I think there's gonna be a lot of heart with this movie. It's cool that with the trailer, they're putting the daughters more front and center than before. Like, they're evidently the main supporting characters. While Bill and Ted are on their journey, you'll have the daughters, Billy and Thea, going on their adventure as the main B story that'll collide together in the finale. So you can already see the whole movie and not just about the details and getting all the comedy in there and the wild zaniness involved. But of course, William frickin' Sadler.
So he's like one of my favorite on-screen deaths ever.
What's great about his character is that because he's in that specific kind of makeup, it doesn't look like he's aged a day. Yeah, because you could easily... death is not supposed to age, so the fact that he's in that makeup, you could totally mask whatever aging William Sadler has gone through in the last couple decades.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that kind of stuff, too, because what this trailer gave us more than the last one also is just what the present day for Bill and Ted looks like, and even Ted's dad is there basically saying, you guys never did any of this stuff, like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
So I also wonder if maybe... I'm curious to see what the status quo has been like for Death before they, you know, go back out on another adventure or something like that.
And what their wives are back.
I was happy to see that they actually brought them back.
Yeah.
Because it would be really easy not to, and I think the one of the things that is less apparent about this franchise, now that it's a full-on franchise, is that they have kept so much in the family beyond just Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves. I mean, like, writers have been doing this since the first one.
They said whoever is alive, we're bringing them back.
Yeah, and like it really is cool when a series goes from the 80s into 2020 and manages to keep all those pieces together, and I think that elevates the heart.
All right, guys. Well, what do you think of Bill and Ted Face the Music? If it comes out in the theaters, if any theaters are open in September in your hometown, will you go there? Will you watch it in a drive-in? Will you get it on video on demand? Let us know down below. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Please click that notification bell to get notified whenever we got a new YouTube video up, especially if there's something coming out of Comic-Con that we want to cover. Last but not least, let's do a Niraj Krishnan. I wanted to shout out Niraj specifically on this video because with the amount of varying rock music this guy sends my way and John's way, I think it's time to stop whatever accounting things you're doing and actually pursue your real passion. Sending people music video requests and getting paid for that.
Dude, there's no shortage of requests needed.
You know, I'm just messing with you, man. I really feel like your heart is in music. I want to encourage you to, if you, whatever musical things you're good at doing, do more of that. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel more fulfilled. So keep your job, sure. Especially because that keeps you pledged, you know what I mean?
Well, if you want to dabble into creating music, do that. If you just want to talk about music, do that. But inject some more of it into your life because it seems like a definite passion. And also stay pledged.
Whoa, John.
Whoa, what?
Don't sound desperate.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. The music, it's all about the music, man. It's not about the money. It's about the music.
Video's way too long.
Keep it real.